Welcome, beautiful soul. Before we begin, I need you to understand something deeply important. What I am about to share with you today comes from a place beyond ordinary sight, beyond the veil that separates what is seen from what is hidden. But here is what you must know, what you must hold close to your heart as we walk through this reading together. Only take what resonates with you. Only accept into your spirit what rings true in the deepest chambers of your being. If something does not fit, if something does not align with your journey, simply let it pass like clouds across the sky. This reading is meant to illuminate, not to force. It is meant to awaken, not to impose. So breathe deeply, open your heart, and let us begin. There was a clairvoyant, someone who sees beyond the surface of things, beyond the masks we all wear, beyond the stories we tell ourselves and others. This clairvoyant turned their gaze toward you, and what they saw shook them to their very core. They burst into tears. Not tears of pity, not tears of sorrow for weakness, but tears for the magnitude of truth they witnessed. When they looked at you, when they truly studied the essence of who you are, they saw something so profound, so hidden, so carefully guarded that it took immense effort just to perceive it. It was as if everything about you had been wrapped in layers upon layers of shadow, tucked away from all eyes, from all attention, from all casual observation. You never wanted anyone to see, did you? You never wanted to tell anyone about your life, about the roads you walked in darkness, about the pain you carried like stones in your pockets, about your past, and certainly not about your present. You kept it all locked away, safe from judgment, safe from misunderstanding, safe from those who could never comprehend the weight of what you have carried. But there was something else the clairvoyant saw, something that mattered even more than your carefully hidden past or your protected present. They saw your future, and it was your future, the brilliance and transformation waiting just beyond the horizon, that brought those tears streaming down their face. So let us walk together through what was revealed. Let us look at the energy that surrounded you, the truth of your past, the reality of your present, and most importantly, the breathtaking future that awaits you, the future that moved a seer to tears. The first card that appeared representing the foundation of everything you have been through is the Nine of Wands. Look at this card. Feel its energy. It speaks of guardedness, of protection built from necessity, of standing watch even when exhausted, of keeping secrets because the world has proven itself unworthy of your truth. Your past is like a black cat in a black room, everything hidden, everything secret, everything carefully concealed from prying eyes. But today, right now, in this moment, these secrets are being brought into the light, not to expose you, not to shame you, but to honor you. You never told anyone about yourself, about your true path, about the road you had to walk through fire and shadow in this life. All of this remained in darkness, held close to your chest, like a precious wound you refused to share. Yet this past, this hidden history, deserves special attention because it shaped everything you have become. The second card is the Ten of Pentacles. And oh, what a powerful energy this brings. Despite everything you endured, despite walking alone, despite carrying burdens that would have crushed others, look at what you accomplished. So much was created by your own hands, by your own will, by your own refusal to surrender. A very important path was completed, a cycle was closed, a foundation was built that cannot be shaken. This past is not only about what you did, but about who you became through the doing. You became someone who can now confidently be called majestic, important, significant. And this brings us to the third card, the Empress, which reveals your true nature, the royalty that exists within you, whether others acknowledge it or not. You carry the energy of creation, of abundance, of feminine power that cannot be diminished no matter how many times people try to make you small. Even if others try to deny your significance, even if they attempt to overlook your magnificence, their very attention toward you puts everything in its place. They cannot help but notice you, can they? They cannot help but be drawn to your energy, your presence, your undeniable light. And here is why this matters so deeply. Throughout your past, there has always been attention directed toward you, shown by the Nine of Cups, the card of wishes fulfilled and emotional satisfaction. It could be strangers turning their heads as you pass, people wanting to talk to you, even when you preferred silence, loved ones constantly noticing your elegant style, your youthful appearance, regardless of your years, your unique energy that seems to glow from within, your natural charm that you never had to force. There's also been significant attention from men, attention toward your feelings, your heart, your emotional world. This attention has been both a blessing and a burden, has it not? Because not all attention comes from pure places, and not everyone who noticed you had good intentions. Which brings us to something painful, something the cards reveal with the Eight of Cups. There is pain here, deep pain, something you walked away from, something that hurt you so profoundly that even now the memory of it can take your breath away. This moment, this event, this betrayal or loss is shown for a very specific reason. It was not random suffering, it was not meaningless pain, it was a crucial stage of your life, a turning point that influenced absolutely everything that came after. Looking back now, after experiencing this pain, this betrayal, this separation or distance, you can begin to see that this event was necessary for you to become who you are now. I know that is difficult to accept. I know the pain still lingers, but it is true. This painful experience is strongly connected to the Two of Cups, which represents a powerful meeting with someone who felt like your other half, a twin flame, a soul connection so intense it seemed to transcend ordinary human relationship. The memory of that meeting, the energy that passed between you, the spark that ignited something deep within your being, it is still alive inside you. It has not been erased. It has not been destroyed. Time has not diminished its power. That person may have left your life, moved far away, changed countries entirely, or disappeared from your world forever. You may have no contact, no connection, no way of knowing where they are or what they are doing. But here is the truth. The cards want you to understand. The memory is not about the person. It never was. The memory is about the feeling that awakened inside you, the recognition of what deep connection feels like, the understanding of what your heart is truly capable of experiencing. That feeling still lives within you, waiting to be experienced again with someone worthy. However, that person from your past is shown by the Seven of Swords, and this reveals their true nature from a deceitful side. They were not what they seemed. They were not who they pretended to be. It is as if they stole from you, took something precious, hurt you intentionally, or through careless selfishness, acted behind your back in ways you never suspected, manipulated your emotions, or used your feelings for their own benefit. They played games with your heart, and for a while, you did not see it. But eventually, the truth surfaced, shown by the Ace of Swords, the card of clarity, truth, and cutting through illusion. You saw their true face, their real actions, their actual words, versus what they had pretended to be. This revelation brought a decisive break, a necessary ending, a door closing that needed to close. The Ten of Swords marks an extremely painful day, perhaps one of the hardest days of your entire life. It felt as if one disaster triggered another, like a terrible snowball rolling downhill, gathering momentum, crushing everything in its path. After the breakup or betrayal, other problems seemed to follow as if cursed. Work issues suddenly appeared. Money troubles materialized out of nowhere. Health problems emerged unexpectedly. Some of you experienced sudden illness that seemed to come from the emotional trauma itself, as if your body was manifesting the pain your heart could not fully process. It was a very heavy period, a dark night of the soul that seemed endless. It even felt, at times, as if you were cursed or magically attacked, as if dark forces had been sent against you specifically. And while I cannot say whether literal magical attack occurred, I can tell you this, all of this darkness, all of this suffering, all of these compounding disasters happened for a very specific purpose. They happened to awaken a powerful force inside you, a protective strength that had been sleeping, waiting for the right moment to emerge. Only through such profound darkness, Could this force awaken? There was no other way, and it did awaken. At some point during this terrible period, you realize something fundamental. You realize that you can rely only on yourself. You found protection and support within your own being, within your own spirit, within your own connection to something greater than yourself. Many of you received a sign from above during this time, from God, from the universe, from ancestors who watch over you. Someone saw an angel or felt a presence of divine protection. Someone spoke to a grandmother or loved one in a dream who gave them guidance. Animals appeared as signs, repeated symbols that could not be coincidence. Ancestral strength awakened within your bloodline. Hidden knowledge surfaced from depths you did not know existed within you. Everyone experienced their own unique moment of awakening. But it happened. Something shifted. Something opened. Something that had been closed your entire life suddenly became accessible. This is spiritual awakening, represented by the Hierophant, the card of sacred knowledge, divine teaching, and connection to higher wisdom. You reached a new spiritual level that most people never access in their entire lifetime. You were initiated through suffering into mysteries that cannot be taught, only experienced. And once that happened, your life turned completely upside down, shown by the Hangman. Everything changed suddenly, miraculously, as if reality itself shifted. Masks fell away from people around you, and you could suddenly see who they really were beneath their presentations. You began to see reality as it truly is. People without their masks, hidden mechanisms exposed, the machinery of manipulation and deception made visible to your newly awakened sight. This new sight, this new understanding came through the Ace of Cups, which represents pure love, divine love, unconditional love. It came through learning to love yourself truly and completely, perhaps for the first time in your life. It came through learning to love the world despite its cruelty, to see beauty even in darkness. And most importantly, it came through the awareness that you are not alone, that you have never been alone, that a divine force loves you just as deeply and completely as you are learning to love yourself. This is the flower of life blooming inside you, eternal, indestructible, radiating outward. Now you clearly see who wants to harm you. You receive information about real threats before they fully materialize. You sense danger. You recognize manipulation. You detect lies and hidden agendas. And along with this sight, you also receive the power to protect yourself, to save yourself, to shield yourself and those you love from harm. It feels natural now, does it not? As if this knowledge, this ability, this power was always inside you, just waiting to be activated. You are not learning something new. You are remembering something ancient. Your strength comes from pain, from darkness, from trials that would have destroyed lesser souls. Each challenge you face built an unbreakable foundation beneath you. You stand firmly now, solidly rooted, impossible to shake or topple. And you stand not only for yourself, but for those who need your help, for those who are walking through their own dark nights and need someone who understands, someone who survived, someone who can hold space for their suffering without fear. Now we come to the part that made the clairvoyant cry, the part about your future that was so beautiful, so powerful, so transformative that tears were the only appropriate response. The clairvoyant saw clearly how you break free from all webs, all chains, all traps that restrained you for so long. You were deliberately weakened and attacked, energetically drained and undermined, so that you would never believe in yourself, never see the precious pearl hidden inside you, never recognize your own worth and power. Forces, both human and perhaps beyond human, work to keep you small, to keep you doubtful, to keep you trapped in cycles of pain and self-questioning. But the moment comes, and it is coming soon for many of you, when you tear down all those webs with your own hands. You cleanse your life of toxic people who drain your energy and give nothing back. You remove yourself from toxic relationships that diminish rather than expand you. You end exploitation in all its forms, whether in work, in love, in family dynamics, or in friendships that take and take without reciprocating. Many of you are beginning or about to begin a completely new life, a life designed for yourself, for your own joy and fulfillment, not for others' expectations or demands. You are shown in the cards as completely transformed, as if you have become a new person entirely. New energy flows through you, vibrant and alive. New love enters your life, love that honors rather than harms you. New places appear in your reality, perhaps new cities, new homes, new environments that support your growth. New work manifests, work that values your gifts appropriately. A completely new sense of your own value emerges, unshakable and clear. But to fully step into this new life, the past must be destroyed, not just left behind, but actively destroyed, burned away, released completely. You cannot start a new life while carrying an old, heavy suitcase packed with trauma, limiting beliefs, and painful memories. And you succeed in this destruction and recreation. The cards show you as the Queen of Wands, a figure of immense fire, unstoppable power, and creative energy. You cut away everything that prevented you from truly living. You do this with your own hands, your own will, your own fierce determination. For some, this transformation happens quickly, like a sudden awakening or dramatic life change. For others, it unfolds over time, layer by layer, like peeling away an old skin. But it will happen. It is already happening. As you change within, as you shift your consciousness and reclaim your power, the world around you must change to match your new frequency. You are like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly, undergoing such complete metamorphosis that your former self would not even recognize what you are becoming. The caterpillar cannot imagine flight. It cannot conceive of wings. It cannot comprehend the freedom and beauty that await on the other side of transformation. But the butterfly knows, and you are becoming the butterfly. You are so beautiful, so unique, so radiant in your transformed state that those who knew you before will barely recognize you. An endless horizon opens before you, infinite possibilities spread out in every direction. You get to choose your joy, you get to choose your love, you get to choose your happiness. You get to choose your abundance. The universe allows you to choose, grants you permission to claim what is rightfully yours. But first, you must complete the becoming. You must finish the transformation. This rebirth, this resurrection from ashes like a phoenix rising, this is what the clairvoyant saw. This is what brought tears to their eyes. Not your suffering, though they felt compassion for what you endured. Not your past, though they honored the strength it took to survive. But your future, your glorious, radiant, powerful future. And in the end, after the transformation completes, the cards show love entering your life, true love, healthy love, reciprocal love. They show happiness that is not dependent on external circumstances, but springs from deep internal peace. They show abundance in all forms, material and spiritual. They show you embodying the energy of the true Queen of Cups, emotionally mature, deeply intuitive, compassionate, yet boundaried, loving yet wise. This is your destiny. This is what awaits you. The tears were for the beauty of it, for the justice of it, for the perfection of your journey from darkness into light. May it be so. May you recognize yourself in these words. May you claim what is yours. Thank you for allowing me to walk with you through this reading. Until we meet again, beautiful soul, know that you are seen, you are valued, and you are loved beyond measure.